Hi, my name is Ajit. I'm making a comparison between the three museums, mainly the Canterbury Heritage, Canterbury Roman and the Beanie Museum. In this video, I'm going to talk about the staff's role, what is the role in this museum, their experience about this museum, what is the positive and the negative side about the museum, and what is the speciality about this museum compared to the other museums, and how would they like to change this museum. First, we are going to take a look at the Canterbury Heritage Museum, then we are moving on to the Canterbury Roman Museum, and finally we are going to conclude this video at the Canterbury Beanie Museum.
Hi, my name is Alice Young and I'm a Visitor Services Officer at the Canterbury Heritage Museum. Before I started this role, I had some training in the week before I came around to the museum. I was shown the galleries, I was also shown like the upstairs offices and storage facilities. I was also introduced to members of the team, and when I first started I was given a tour of the museum. I was shown the fire exits, I was given customer training, disabled access training as well. And then in sort of my first few weeks I was allowed time sort of off of the main front desk to go and familiarise myself with the collections around the museum. I think that this museum is special, even just within our Canterbury City Council museums, because it gives a broad history of Canterbury from prehistoric times right up until the modern day. So if you're limited for time, then you can come here and you can see lots and lots of things all under one roof, and it gives you sort of a very broad history of Canterbury, and you can see why it's become the city it is today. I'd give this 10 out of 10 to work here, because it's a great museum, it's really interesting. We do lots of things with the community, with lots and lots of school visits too, which is really good. And I just really enjoy working with and helping the public every day. Positive thing about the museum is I think it's great. It does give such a wide history. It is used a lot by local residents, which is great. And it gives a unique insight into the history of Canterbury with things that people probably wouldn't know, like the creator of Rupert Bear came from Canterbury, and the creator of Bagpuss and the Clangers also came from Canterbury, which is facts that aren't that widely known. The negative is that I would say that probably not enough people come to the museum or know about the museum. So tourists from abroad or even from like the wider UK, it'd be great if we could have some more people come in. So to improve the museum, I'd say more visitors through the door.
Hello, my name is Lauren and I'm a Visitor Services Officer here in the Roman Museum in Canterbury. I had training on how to, run the museum from my local council. What makes this museum special is the Roman Museum pavement that we have downstairs, because there isn't another one in the there isn't another one nearby. My experience of working in this museum is excellent. I love working here. It's great. The people are great, and the visitors are great, and the customer interaction is great. So I would give it a 10 out of 10. Positives and negatives. It's great for keeping the local history alive, really. There isn't really negative. Recently it's been refurbished, so there isn't anything that I would do to improve this museum.
My name is Chris and I work here at the Beanie House of Art and Knowledge. My role is a Visitor Services Officer, which means working as a museum attendant as well as working on the Visitor Information Desk. In terms of whether I had an orientation or training before I started, I did. Before I actually worked in the museum, I attended a staff induction day. That included being shown around the museum, told about the collections we hold, as well as training about health and safety, fire evacuation. Since then, I've also been on several training courses, the most recent one being hazard and protection. And that's really what to do with the collections if the museum was flooded or not. In terms of what's special about this museum, that it really is a large cabinet of curiosities. In the room downstairs, in the gallery downstairs, not only you can see paintings of cattle by Thomas Sidney Cooper, who was a Canterbury artist, whilst upstairs you can actually see collections from around the world, including Egypt, India and Africa. Not only this, but the museum is really interactive and engaging, particularly for younger audiences and adults, and I think that's a really important thing for museums to do. In terms of my own experiences of working here, I'd have to say I rate it 8 out of 10. The museum is really great and interesting, and there's always something you learn every day, be it from a visitor or a curator, so you're always learning more about the collections. Also, I have to say that the team I work in is a really good team, and they really are supportive in everything we do. In terms of the positive and negative side of the museum, the positive is really interacting with visitors and the general public, and that could be simply engaging with them in the gallery or conducting a tour. In terms of the negatives, occasionally the museum is quiet, particularly in the evenings when we're open late night on Thursday. To improve this, what I would probably say is to increase publicity, as still some visitors who come into the building aren't actually aware that we have this top floor. And I think that would be an excellent thing to do in the future. Lastly, I'd actually continue to pursue activities for community groups, such as workshops, as it encourages people that wouldn't normally be in the museum to visit. So, thank you.